The government has reiterated its intention to lower the cost of crossing the Berbice River Bridge. Sasha Ramsaran reports.
Honorable Minister of Governance Raphael Trotman reiterated the government's intention to lower the toll for crossing the Berbice River Bridge at a post-cabinet media briefing held on July 29th. The minister stated that this move is in keeping with his government's promise to reduce the Berbice Bridge toll as part of their active 100 days plan.
Cabinet considered a proposal, or rather several options, for the reduction of tolls on the Berbice Bridge, more or better known as the Berbice Bridge Company Incorporated, or its formal name. Cabinet considered a proposal by the Honorable Minister of Finance for the reduction of tolls across the Berbice River Bridge. It was agreed after much discussion that the tolls will be reduced in keeping with the new administration's first 100-day plan. The Honorable Minister of Finance in due course will announce the details on this matter in his national budget presentation.
When pressed on the issue of the bridge being owned by private investors who are seeking to receive their monetary investments back from the total cost to construct the bridge, the minister had this to say.
Well, yes, it is a private company, but there is legislation that pronounces on that company and the setting of fares and so forth. So government is not going to dictate, but government is going to negotiate with the company the idea of perhaps a subsidy that will ensure that the tolls are lowered. We have no intention of interfering with companies' right to a rate of fair and favorable rate of return on their investments. But we believe as a responsible government, we do have a right to represent the people, and we've heard the cries of the people of Regions 6 and 5 in particular, who demand a lowering. And if the company is unable to do so, government feels that it should step in to work with the company to see how we could literally relieve the burden of the heavy cost of travel across that bridge. This is being done to relieve the burden on tens of thousands of Guyanese who just can't afford to pay that. I mean, we've heard the complaints and the cries of anguish from parents in particular who complain about having to pay exorbitant sums to just send their children to school back and forth every day, 5 days a week. We've heard from farmers, we've heard from taxi drivers and others. So those matters notwithstanding, we believe that the interest of the people right now is paramount to concerns about NIS and so forth. But as I said, whatever we do is not going to interfere with the management of the company and the right of the company to recoup and recover expenses. And of course, I think you're stressing on how do we recover that which is owed by the NIS. Those are matters which the Minister of Finance will continue to pursue, but we believe that we must keep our commitment to the people to relieve the burden. The issues of the NIS's indebtedness or risk exposure to by placing monies in the board, and we know that there are issues surrounding the financing of the board. Those are matters that this new government will have to take care of and address, but in the meantime, the people shouldn't have to bear that burden any longer.
Government has examined several options, and the Minister of Finance has been under the guidance of the Cabinet in terms of the figure or scale reduction that the citizens of Guyana and Berbice in particular will be comfortable with. Subsequent to this, the Minister will then work out a solution with the company and is hopeful to present the exact figure during his budget presentation. Sasha Ramsaran reporting for Channel 8 News.